Hello everybody and welcome! CDS here bringing you part 2 of Metroid Prime 2 Let's Play. So let's continue onward. So as I stated in the previous video, I have a couple of cheats enabled. The Moon cheat as well as the Phazon Beam cheat. I've also obtained a power bomb already from the previous video, so if you didn't catch that, go ahead and double check that video. Make sure you guys don't yell at me in the comments or something like that. But with the moon jump, we can bypass all platforming challenges and just get straight to where we want to go. Best part is the moon jump works in morph ball mode as well. Because in here, in this little tunnel here, normally you need to get the morph ball bomb, which is the first expansion we're going after, to get this energy tank here. But with the moon jump, we can just say screw gravity and hover in there ourselves. Always nice. You can also, if you want to be dumb, use the power bomb, but I don't see why you do that. Alright, now let's get active. Now let's get attacked by pirates. Pirates that I can kill in one shot, and one shot. Along with that, there's also going to be a missile expansion up here. Now, normally what you have to do is you have to destroy... Oh, okay, let me go. There is a blocked wall over here that needs to be done with a power bomb. And then you would go into this little hole here, into that morph ball bomb thingy, the kinetic orb cannon, and then you would shoot yourself up to the spider ball track up here, use the spider ball, and get over to this expansion. But moon jump, yeah, you kind of get the idea by now, don't you? Moon jump makes things so much easier. Also, with fog disabled, you can clearly see the ceiling. You can really see where the game actually kind of cuts off. Still neat nonetheless, though. Uh-oh. Yeah, I gotta be more careful when I moon jump, because you can very easily get stuck. And be wary of when using the Phazon Beam excessively like I do, because if your system does not have a lot of power to it, it is very possible and very easy to break the game and cause it to freeze. So just be wary of that if you're going to use the Phazon Beam. For this boss, it's just a sand digger. You gotta wait for it to, not do that. There's no point in attacking it because you can't hurt it until it gets into this form. If you actually use cheat codes to get the sewer missile early, this boss can literally be killed in one shot. However, with the Phazon Beam, it takes two. There. Relatively easy. Probably one of the easiest bosses, honestly. Then again, it is like the second boss, so it should be easy. I forgot to turn the hint system off. Alright, hold on. Options. Visors. I also forgot to turn hint system off. I always keep helmet opacity at 0. That way I don't see the little fringes on the outside of the helmet. Like all of that stuff you saw that disappeared. I don't really like seeing that when I'm using when I'm playing the game, just because for me it's a little too immersive, and it also is not realistic to me. Or maybe I just like seeing more of the screen and I'm a picky little bitch that can't figure out what he wants. Whatever the case may be, we finished the first boss of the temple. Now we have to basically talk to dead people. This Luminoth projector will give us the accessibility to the orange, or should I say amber, letters of the Luminoth alphabet. We already have the ability to translate violet holograms, so that one gives us access to translate amber holograms. And if you couldn't guess, the one in Tormus Bog will give us access to emerald holograms, whereas the one in Sanctuary Fortress will give us the access to cobalt holograms. Also, as I said before, the Phazon Beam cheat will allow us to access any door So I'm actually going to try to get inside of this dark door next to me. Make these fucking wasps leave me alone. In here, there is going to be the Dark Burst, an energy tank, and a missile expansion. There we go. Alright, so we'll get the energy tank first. If you get the Dark Beam, you can actually get this energy tank immediately after getting it. There's no other special requirements. And I don't know if you guys can hear it for those headphone users out there, but if you can hear that, that sound, if you hear that sound around where you're at, and you can't figure out, like, if you think there's an expansion nearby and you hear that sound, that means that there is an expansion nearby, and the louder the sound gets, the closer you are to it. Now, I can't go any further in this tunnel until after I get the Seeker Missile, because the door that's beyond that tunnel has to be opened. And unfortunately, my Phazon Beam deactivated right in the middle of that. I can also head across this this stadium here to the Light Beam door over here. On the other side of this Light Beam door will be this gigantic sand chasm. And just to do another quick graphics comparison, fog disabled, fog enabled. Disabled, enabled. It is a much bigger contrast, isn't it? I like it better when it's disabled because it shows so many more darker colors and finer details. The dust and fog may work good for a desert atmosphere, but considering that I live in a fucking desert, I kind of get tired of seeing dirt everywhere. So anytime I can play a game that can kind of take me out of that dirt desert spot, then I'm happy with that. I also just now realized that I have 4 energy tanks. Alright, so over on this side of the chasm, there's going to be a missile expansion inside of this tunnel here. There's also a power bomb door on the other side of this tunnel. That power bomb door is used to access Sanctuary Fortress, so if you really wanted to, which I don't suggest it, because it's very easy to break the game even if you do know what you're doing, if you have the power bomb at this stage in the game, you can go through there and open that door. Again, I don't advise it though, because I've even broken the game and I've beaten this game more times than I care to admit. I'd like to think that I'm an expert in the Metroid games, personally. Alright, there we go. About the only people that know as much as about the fucking Metroid games as I do that I know of are the Orpheon and the Metroid Trainer. Shout out to both of them, by the way, for being awesome Metroid games. I am going to be planning on doing another collaborative video with the Metroid Trainer at a later point. Of course, I will give an announcement on that when me and him kind of coordinate our schedules and the video idea in question. I might even see if I can bring him on for one of my videos. See if he might be willing to do a Pokemon video with me, since I do Metroid videos with him. But we'll see what happens. It took a long time for us to make that video. So. Also, I just love the idea that I'm at a point where I can actually collaborate with other people. So that's just fun to me. Hopefully by the end of 2020 I can hit like... I would be so fucking jazzed if I hit 10,000 subs by the end of 2020. I know it's not going to happen, because I'm pretty consistent with my subscriber increases. I'm gaining about 1,000 a year. And that's not really a lot, but I'm thankful for every one of you regardless. I mean, I just hit 6,000 just a few days ago, and I already hit 6,050 as of the day of recording this video. Alright, hold on, I want to make sure my Phazon is active. There we go. Alright, you die. And then you die. This is where we are first introduced to dark creatures, in this case the dark pirate troopers. They are much stronger variants of regular pirate troopers. And they're also far more aggressive and hurt like a hell. I mean, you can see even on normal difficulty, I lost damn near an entire energy tank to one of those things. Alright, so I'm going to try something different. Normally you'd have to activate that Morph Ball Bomb over there in order to get the platform up to move over here. But what I'm gonna see, if I could just do that. Nope, that didn't work. That's not good. I probably just broke the game. Yeah, I definitely just broke the game. Oh no, yay, thank God I didn't. Okay, cool. I thought I fucked up the game. Okay, good. I was very concerned that I just fucking destroyed it. Alright, now on to the Dark World for the first time. As many of you know, Metroid Prime 2 is famous for its very, very prominent gimmick of world shifting, where you transport between the dark and light halves of the world Aether. The light half of Aether is pleasing and contentment and stuff, and the dark half is poisoned with the very atmosphere you breathe. Although Samus doesn't actually breathe any of this stuff, thank God. Alright, so we'll activate this. This is one of our first aspects of dimensional shifting. If you activate a switch in one dimension, it will also activate in the other. Now, unfortunately, that is a very underutilized mechanic in this game, and that does bother me quite a bit that it's barely used. There's only like 3 instances that I can think of where that mechanic was actually implemented. That, of course, being one of them, and then there's 1 or 2 in Corvus Bog. But that's about it. I mean, there's the bridge that we won't even be using in Corvus Bog, and then there's another that's a blue spot. Okay, so real quick, I'm actually going to blow up that door. I have this activated. I'm also going to blow up that door. Come on. So, here's a way that I can cheese the boss. First of all, the next boss we're about to face is going to be in this arena, and it is the Jump Guardian. Now, the way that I went to get into this room with the moon jump, you can do without the moon jump. You can actually do it with the Morph Ball Bomb jump if you're skilled enough. However, I decided to use the moon jump because it's easier. And here's the thing about this boss. The boss will, like a cutscene will show if you come in through the real doors it's coming through, which is over here to the left. When you get into this area, the boss will appear on that ledge and then jump down in the cutscene. However, here's the thing. If you come here, over to this platform, and you start shooting right about here, the boss is actually over there, you just can't see it. So with this method, you can actually kill the... well, not kill, because it has to stay... you have to hit it at least 1 more time. But you can attack the Jump Guardian from here without ever really fighting it. So, just to demonstrate that, I'm going to jump down now. As you can see, it jumps down from that ledge. And it has barely any health left. Just enough to hit it 1 more time and call it a day. Probably one of my favorite glitches in this game, and definitely the easiest way to defeat pretty much any of the bosses. Because again, you can do that without cheat codes. I just do it because it's easy. But I've done it myself plenty of times without cheat codes. Alright, so now that we've done that, I can go up in this area here. Because there is a dark door that I can open with my Phazon Beam. Beyond this door is a save center, so I'll go ahead and grab a quick save. Just so I don't have to fight those 2 bosses over again. As long as my Phazon's still active. We can go back this way. Now I'm going to go back through the door in which we were supposed to come through. Because over here there is a missile expansion in this tunnel in between here and the next room. That normally you need the spider ball for, but again with the moon jump you can just go ahead up to the bomb slot here. Drop a bomb, the platform will turn, and you'll be able to get your missile expansion. Furthermore, in the room beyond this, there is a dark beam door in the... oh, there we go. Here comes the odds again. Lovely. Yeah, this is the room we were supposed to originally come through. And as you can see, it is overrun by fucking warrior ing. Now this dark door, which is the dark version of the transition elevator to get from temple grounds to here. Grab a missile expansion under this little tunnel here. Grab the way out. Now I could really bother with killing them, but there's not really a point. So I'm actually going to go ahead back this way. Also a save center over here that I can grab a quick health pickup. Again, you use health staggeringly quickly in this game. It's like 3 units a second. But through here, we can actually go through this room here. This little tunnel here will lead us to... Again, I'm basically going in the reverse order of where I was supposed to go. But over here, on top of this platform, you can see a missile up there. Normally, the only way to get it would be to go through a dark portal after getting the boost ball. And it would take you to this ledge here. But again, moon jump makes things a lot easier for a lot of different things. Even if you're not playing on the emulator and you're actually playing on the system with an action replay instead, you can still do the moon jump because the moon jump is inherent in even the basic form of the action replay that I used to have. Because there's 2 different kinds of action replay, like the discs. There's the ones that come with a memory card or something that allow you to add cheats to them. And then there's the ones that have some cheats preloaded. The ones that have cheats preloaded never have something like the Phazon version. I believe my video is probably one of the only, if not the only video released in the last couple of years that actually shows the Phazon Beam cheat. Because I've been looking for those videos, I've been looking for those cheats for a long time. And now that I have a platform where people can actually, you know, sit back and enjoy me being an absolute buffoon, it's always fun. Alright. So now that we have these space jump boosts, I can properly head to the next part of the game. Now granted, again, I could have headed here beside that. Like, I didn't have to get it because obviously I have moon jump, so I can just avoid shit like that. But I like to get these things in order anyway. I don't think there's any, any game-breaking things that can happen if you don't get... Like, if you don't care about getting 100% in this game, then by all means, go ahead and play the game the way you want. But I like getting 100%, so this is why I do it this way. This ensures me that I always get all of the items. This is basically my stock run speed. Alright, so this video is going to be just a little bit longer. I might as well take care of most of what's needed here. I don't really have any limit that I need to set by. I'll go ahead and eliminate those things. Hello, lag. Thank you. Alright, so now we're here. One of the space pirates' little strongholds on this planet. All of you go away, I'm tired of you. Die. Die. And you and your turret gun things too. Ow. Die. There we go. Pretty simple. With the Phazon Beam cheat, I can also destroy obstacles like these things. You know, if the game actually wants to register that I have it active. Okay. Try it again. R, L analog, L digital. There we go. It only lasted long enough to destroy one of them, but it's enough to prove the point. Also over here, if you get up here, you can actually grab this beam angle expansion before you even get the darker light beams, which is pretty cool. There is a way to do it that doesn't require the moon jump, so if you know how to do it, go for it. I personally don't bother with it. Alright, so now this sequence is something that can break the game, but it's not going to if you know what you're doing. So again, if you have the Phazon Beam, you can open this door. If I open this door, I can come in here, and you can see that these pirates, they're not actually here. Like they don't exist. These are simply models with no hitboxes. So if you really want to get a good close look at the elite pirate troopers, this is a pretty interesting way to do it. You can't hit them, you can't touch them, they're not really there. But if you come back through the door, actually, you can actually go over here. And that will actually trigger the cutscene. Or I can blow up these fuckers. Now I'm actually going to go back through the dark door. And I'm going to go through the tunnel properly. So morph ball over here on the left, well on the right, whatever. Open this up. Now I did that sequence so that I can come through here and get a missile expansion without these electrical gates being on. Now those pirates will still go through as normal. But notice that none of the electrical gates are activated anymore. All of those little gate thingies can hurt you and slow down your progress, so I avoid them by going through the door the way that I did. It prevents you from getting unnecessarily damaged, while also clearing out the room when I do eventually exit out of the tunnel, so I don't have to worry about it anymore. And again, everyone's already cleared out, so I don't have to worry about that. I'm also not even going to bother, like, I'm just going to moon jump up here. However, I don't think that that pirate over there will spawn. Nope. Okay, so that pirate didn't spawn. It's fine. Dark Samus still comes through here. We'll just pop over to the right. Even if you have the Dark Beam or the Phazon Beam before coming in here, you will not be able to open that door that Dark Samus just came through. Even though you can technically lock onto it, you can shoot it to your heart's content, and it's not going to change anything. It will not open. It can only open from the other side. That's annoying, but unfortunately that's the way the game is, so deal with it. Alright, so there's a couple more things I want to do before I cut this video. I'm actually going to go ahead and get right up until I face Dark Samus before I finish this video off. Alright, blow up, blow up, blow up, blow up, blow up. Got it. Blow up. Blow up, blow up, blow up. There we go. I'll go ahead and open this dark door. There'll be a missile expansion inside. So we're already up to technically 80 total missiles rather than 85. 85, see, because the game only registers 255 max missiles, even if you get the first missile expansion twice. Now, the gameplay end screen will still say 101% completion. So that's kind of what I'm going for. Yeah, sometimes just bomb jumping into these bomb slots is actually easier than moon jumping into them. It can sometimes be a pain in the butt to do the other way. Alright, inside here we're going to get ambushed by 2 arrow pirates. Which will be no problem, because we have Phazon! Or not. Fine, let's take you down normally. Oh, there we go. Never mind. Perfect! Now in this room there is an energy tank, and there is also a missile expansion beyond a super missile door. Now with the moon jump, you do not have to wait to get this super missile door here. Normally what you would do is you would activate each of the 3 pylon stretch things in this room. They would hit up to the ceiling. You would use the ones on the other side here to change the positions of 3 different sections of those pillars to get to different heights, to get the energy tank, to get up to this door using the spider ball track that would be on it, and to get up to the other door, which actually allows you to progress in the area. Now, with Moon Jump, again, as I've said a billion times, I don't have to worry about that, so I'm just going to grab myself the energy tank real fast. And just head on through the door like normal, and on the other side of that door here will be a save room. Well, there's actually going to be a tunnel first. But beyond this tunnel, there's a save room. Now, this tunnel, I don't have any way to get past without, unfortunately, going through the puzzle itself. And this puzzle is annoying because of those goddamn laser beams. I mean, really, it's not that big a deal. They do hurt a lot. They hurt a lot more. They hurt, like, about as much as Phazon hurts. Not quite as... or about as much as the Dark Atmosphere. Actually, more than the Dark Atmosphere. They hurt like hell, but... you know, the first part is the pain, because gravity is not on your side. You're trying to get up and over it. Alright. And save room. Beyond this save room will be Dark Samus, but I will save that for the next video. So, thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys liked what you see, or what you saw, and you want to see more, go ahead and click that subscribe button, leave a like on the video to let me know that you enjoyed, and I hope to see you guys in the next video. Until then, that's been ZDS. We keep it fun one video at a time, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Have a good night, everybody.